Hello, beautiful people. Good afternoon, good evening, and good morning, depending where you're watching me from at this time. Okay, today is 11th of September 2024, and it looks like it wants to rain here in Asaba. It's not sunny, but the weather is calm and cool. All right, so you're joining me for the very first time. This is Vivian's Reality, aka Jack of all trade. I don't know why I would always laugh when I just say Jack of all trade. I'm just so used to it. Okay, so if you've not subscribed to the channel, please do well to subscribe to the channel, um, watch, comment, and share, and also help me run my videos. Okay, all right, and I also want to use this opportunity to thank my returning and new subscribers. Thank you so much for finding me worthy to subscribe to my channel. I want to appreciate you guys a lot. For those who run my videos, I want to say thank you so much. For those who always come to watch my videos, to comment, like, and share, God Almighty bless you all. Thank you so much for being part of this family. Okay, guys, so today, guys, I want to tell you guys a story of what happened to me before my wedding. It was a very horrible experience, like seriously, very, 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 very horrible. But I decided I just said I want to share it. Okay, so guys, in 2020, I got married in 2020, and it was during COVID. My wedding was originally slated to take place in April, but because of COVID, it was shifted to June. Now, before that, a lot of things had happened that actually made us decided to do the wedding in um, in 2020, because we had actually wanted to shift it to 2021, but a lot of things, so we decided just to still do it in April. Sorry, to do it in June. All right, so let me now start with you know, I got married in my local church in Jos Plateau State, because that's where I know people a lot. Okay, my husband is an introvert. He doesn't really have much friends. So even when he um, contemplated having the wedding here in Asaba, I told him, you don't have people. How do you want to do it? So he actually saw reasons with me and decided, okay, we'll do the wedding in Jos. So my church in Jos insisted he has to come for um, marriage course that he's supposed to be coming once every week, but since because of the distance, they would actually just want him to come twice. And why his presence is actually still needed is because before the wedding is because there are 5 important tests, medical lab tests we have to do, which are we'll test for pregnancy, hepatitis, HIV, blood group, and genotype. Okay, so because of that, he really has to come. So he came the first time. Actually, they saw him and he went back. We were not able to go to the hospital. The person who was supposed to take us to the hospital didn't come, so he went back and he told him to come back when he comes the second time. That's the we're going to go to the hospital to do all of those tests. All right, because without those tests, you won't be allowed to get married. And why they run those tests is for compatibility. In case your genotype doesn't match, you'll be advised to call off the wedding. And if you're pregnant, of course, churches in the north, you won't be wedded. Okay, that's just the truth. So guys, now he went the first time, came back, they saw him, asked him questions, and yeah, it was successful. So he went and he came back. Now, the problem really started when he was coming back the second time. All right, before the third time he came for the wedding. So the second time when he was coming, I was in church on Saturday. I think I went to clean the church or something, because I'm an usher in the church, and at times we go on Saturdays to clean the church too. So I was in church, and we had finished cleaning the church, and then his call came in that morning because he took a night bus, which is the luxurious bus Macapolo. And then he called me and he said that he just had an accident. I shouted, I said, accident. He said, but they brought him out through the window and that he has checked that he does not have scars or bruises and he's fine. Now, in fact, as he's talking to me already, he's in another vehicle. He boarded another vehicle coming down to Jos. And I'm like, okay. Okay, thank God for everything. So guys, he came and he was actually fine, and we did our test, did everything. He went back. Now, few days to the wedding, because he came 5 days, or I mean 5 or 4 days to the wedding again. When he was coming back, this time he was coming with his brother. And it was very stressful because it was COVID-19. They were looking for how to get to Jos. It wasn't easy getting transportation and all of that. But all the same, he made his way. On their way, at night, he still called me. He told me, he said, they were attacked by armed robbers. And I said, God, which one is this again? That they were attacked by armed robbers, but that no, as it's not like that they attacked them physically, but they collected their things, okay, telling them to lie down and all of that, you understand. They collected all the money he had with him, because he withdrew money from Asaba when he was coming, because it was COVID, and so many things were not happening. So his people, he could actually, he tried to rally around to get cash. So he got the cash and then came down. That money was collected from him. All right. And his brother, I think they collected his brother's money or something like that. Their phones too. They collected their phones, but they said the thieves later returned their phones back to them. They even took his wedding shoes. It was one of the boys took his wedding shoes. It was the oga that asked him to return it. So he returned it, and they arrived us, and we were like, okay, thank God. But at that point I was thinking to myself, I said, God, what is really happening? What is happening? And please, in the comment section, if you're my husband's brother, sister, or friend, would you advise him to continue with the wedding? Because I will also drop my opinion at the end of this video. So guys, they got to Jos, and now we're kind of happy, but I was thinking, I said, what is going on? Who does not want me to go married? So who does not want me to get married? Okay. So they got to Jos. But before I continue, there's something I want to say. There's this particular woman I didn't want to give. I didn't give my wedding card, and something kept telling her to give her my wedding card. Of course, I just remind, because I finished sharing my wedding card, okay, before COVID-19 started, and even when we decided we were going to do it in June, I just reminded the numbers of persons I wanted to be present at the wedding. Okay, because we were told they didn't want to see more than 100 persons. So that was all I did. But this particular woman, something kept telling me, talk to her. Something kept telling me, tell her. Okay, just give her your wedding card. And fine. I followed my spirit. I gave her the wedding card. Okay, so I gave her. So now back to my story. Because I'm going to come back to how God used her to save my husband. And you understand me. All right, so... And I'm like, God, when they arrived, I said, what is this again? What is really happening? Okay, but thank God they arrived Jos. So after they got to Jos, now, on Friday, that's because my wedding was on a Sunday. So on Friday night, 12 a.m., they said they were inside the house, because that's his friend's house. There's a CCTV camera, knowing the kind of area actually where he went to go and build his house. There's always this... Fulani headers coming to always attack that area. So because of that, he decided to install a CCTV camera there. Okay. I personally, even me that have lived in just a very long time, I don't like that area because of all those kind of things that always happening there. But so that's where the guy went to go and build the house. So on that fateful day, that Friday, okay, a day to my wedding, they were inside at about 12 a.m. They heard a very loud bang on the gate. So he said, the guy downstairs, he suspected it. Something just told him, it's like, these people are here. And when he said these people are here, my husband now jokingly said, I beg go, when I come for wedding, now these people go there here, I beg. So he said, by this time, who is going to come and bang at his door like that? So he now ran inside, went to check the camera. He saw that it was them truly. So at that point, he came out and told them, these people are here. Everybody should just pray that God should take control. His brother was now confused, and at that point was even asking himself what he came to do in Jos. But because he has never been to Jos before. Why was he in Jos? So in the house, they have a toilet, okay? There's a toilet there. Brian! So in the house, knowing the kind of area he built his house, he actually built the visitors' toilets. There's how he built it, like a security room, okay? So he really made it very strong. And he said he just did it for that purpose, okay? Just in case. So they all ran to go. They all ran to that toilet. They went there to hide themselves. Because while they were trying to bang on the door and they were calling him to come and open the door, he refused. They jumped into the compound. Now started breaking the wall, okay? Started breaking. So when they saw that, okay, them on the other hand inside, seeing that they started gaining access into the house, okay, they now all ran and then went into the toilet. My husband even forgot his both phones on the bed, which these thieves even made away with. So, and kidnappers made away with. All right. So, Brian is here. Oh God. So, guys, you know, Brian is here to stop. It's fine. So, guys, at this point that they were there, these people now finally broke down the wall around the dining area and then entered while they were already in the toilet, okay? So they came, and when they noticed that they were in the toilet, they asked them to open the door. They now refused. After they refused, they went back because they came, that he said, like, it's like they were like close to 10 of them. So they went back. You know, Plateau is a rocky area. There are rocks everywhere, okay? So they went and carried a very big mighty rock stone, and then they were using it to make sure they bring down the door to the toilet, okay? So when my husband noticed that it's like they were beginning to succeed in what they wanted to do, my husband now said he told them, because it was him, his brother, the man's wife, and 2 children, little children, all right, that's 3 men. He now told them, we have to look for a way of holding these people down while you're trying to get in contact with the JTF command, because the house is close to army barracks. Why you try to get in contact with them? Because he has their number, okay? So while he was trying to go, he said, hold on, let's put pressure on this door so that these people will not just gain access, because if they meet us, they will kill us. We have already refused to open the door for them, and now they are furious and really very angry. So they held down the door. They were holding. When these people noticed that there was pressure inside stopping this door from opening, they shot. Okay, they now shot at the door, and the bullet entered my husband, pierced through my husband's hand like this. All right, pierced through my husband's hand, passed. All right, at that point, they tied his hand. They shot him with an AK-47 rifle. Okay, they shot him with an AK-47 rifle. So he fell to the ground. They tied it. The bleeding reduced. He said he doesn't even know where the strength came from. So that God just helped him and gave him the power that day. He got up again and told them, we have to hold down this door while you're still trying to make the calls, okay? So his friend now said that he's tired, or he wants to open the door. He now told him, don't try it, though. Don't try it. My younger brother said, see him. See the way he is. I'm just even regretting why I came with him in the first place, okay? It was COVID-19. There was no movement. Truly, there was no movement. And they just tried, made their way, as in just needed to come with somebody that is his own, made the way, and then tried to be here. So he cannot allow something happen to their last born. So that was how he got up again and held that door while they were trying from the other side to open the door. Again, as they tried to hit the door the first, second, and third time again, they noticed that yet there's still a very strong pressure from the inside holding the door. They shot again at him, and this time it was through, the bullet entered his chest and passed. Scattered, if you see the washing machine, scattered the washing machine and it entered the wall. This thing I'm telling you people, if you see it. But that night, I was so restless, I could not sleep. I said, God, what is happening? So after 2 or so, the younger brother now called me. Because I didn't know any of this was happening now, but already I was restless. Called me. Immediately I saw the younger brother's call. I just picked. I said, God, what is it? He called in his exact way. He just said, Evans, they don't shoot Evans, so they don't shoot Evans, so that's how he said it. As in, they have shot Evans. They have shot Evans. And he hung up. Immediately he hung up, he switched off his phone. I tried calling him. his number wasn't connecting, his number was switched off. His friend's number was ringing, the friend wasn't picking his call. Later, around past 4, the friend later finally picked. After he picked, he said, Evans, they fine, Evans, they fine, meaning Evans is fine. And I'm like, how can you tell me? He said it again and hung up. I was calling him, he was not picking. I said, God. At that point, I thought they had killed him. So it was later that he now called me back around past 5 and told me that Evans is in the hospital, he's in the military hospital, that he's fine, he's taking treatment. I now said, no, I know he's not fine. So at the background there, okay, I heard Evans's voice. He now told he was telling me, no worry, I did fine. Just hold on. That should hold on for the weather to be bright before coming. I now said, okay. So when I heard his voice, I was kind of calm. Okay, so I waited. Around past 6, I called my brother to take me there. My brother came, he took us, I went to the hospital, I saw him. And people were trooping to the hospital to see who actually survived an AK-47 gunshots. 2, 1 here, this one to the chest, and to God be the glory. None of his organs were affected or touched. That bullet didn't touch any of his organ or affected anything in his body. It's pierced and then just came out like that. So they were able to stop the bleeding, gave him very strong injections and all of that. On that Saturday, and I'm like, are you sure this wedding will hold? Let's just sit down. Or go and sit down. And I'm like, okay, maybe we should hold on, because even before that, my mother was already telling me, are you sure that something is not going on? Are you sure God does not want you to end this? Maybe there's a signal there's a sign that God wants to show you, maybe for this wedding not to hold. And I'm like, God, is it going to now be now? She said, if it's not meant to be, then maybe people should just end the wedding or something instead of all these things. So she now said she mentioned, of course, the first one, the second one, this is the third one now. And maybe it's just God is just behind him, that he did not die. You understand me? And now said, God. I said, okay. So when I went to the hospital to see him, I went to the house also to really see what really the level of damage that took place in the house. Man, they really destroyed a lot of things. If you see the washing machine, how the bullet, God. So I came back again and I told him, I said, do you think we can continue with this? Maybe we should just call the church and tell them that for now they should hold on. This wedding is not holding. Send a few persons, the people we invited, and tell them that they should hold on. The wedding is no longer holding. My husband in his response now said, this wedding will hold, except if I do not want to go ahead. But that's whoever, for them not to be able to kill him, then there's nobody. Descendants, what did he even say? He said there's nobody on this planet Earth that is created by God, descendant of Adam and Eve, that can kill him. If these bullets did not kill him, then nobody will kill him. That he's going ahead. He now asked me, what about you? Are you going ahead? I said, okay, fine, let's go ahead. He said, then done. He said, deal done. And I said, okay. I called my pastors. I told them. They were shocked. They said, what? What did you just say? He said, yes. See, I don't know where one of his jackets is. He did not throw it away because he wore that jacket. If you see the jacket and the singlet he wore, the way it scattered that jacket, oh God, if you see that jacket, my dear, so that is how God did it. And so after everything, I checked him, he was in the hospital, he was fine, though he was going through excruciating pains. But at the same we were going to do the wedding like that on that Sunday, because this was on Saturday that I went there. So now I spoke about the woman I gave my wedding card. So that woman now, when I gave her that card, that woman I gave my card, sorry. So when I went back home, I now saw her. Okay, I saw her in front of her shop, and I'm like, Ma, I passed already. I came back and I said, Ma, because at that point I didn't even know but that she's these people that used to see vision or do prayers or something like that. I told her, I said, Ma, do you know that they shot my husband? I didn't even know why I was telling her. I said, do you know that they shot my husband? She said, Jesus. And I said, but he's fine. She said, she just did like, she just smiled. She just shook her head and she did like. So she held me by the hand and she said, come, there's something I want to go and show you. I said, Ma, see, I just left the hospital right now where I went to go and see him and to see what happened, the way the thing happened there. So right now, I'm not just in the right mood to. She said that, she begged me, she said, please, just follow me. There's something I want to show you. I don't want it to be like you went and came back and maybe I went home and I did something. Just follow me, because I want you to see. because after prayers, that's what she just said. After prayers, I left everything the way it was. I didn't enter my prayer room anymore. I said, okay. When I heard that, I'm like, what really happened? I followed her. Lo and behold, in her house, she has an empty room where she does prayers. Okay, so she said, come inside. I followed her to the room. I just turned like so, and she has a small altar she made where she used to do her prayers, her Bible, everything is there. I saw my wedding card on top on the altar with soaked it with anointing oil. And I'm like, Mommy, what happened here? She said, well, do you know that yesterday you gave me that card in the night around imagine this same time that thing was happening, was the same time. I had not told her any time. I just told her they were shooting. That was all I told her before she started giving me time. I told her at about 12. No, she told me at about 12 something just woke her up. She was sweating and very restless. Her husband just also woke up. I said, what is it? Why are you like this? So maybe she saw in a vision or something. She said something said, go right now, pray for Chichi. That's my tribal name. Pray for Chichi. Pray for her. Pray for her. Something bad is about to happen. Pray for her. That she did not know what was going to happen, but she was even trying to tell her husband. Her husband now said, then stop wasting time, rush into your rush in and start praying. So she went inside and started praying. She said she prayed till after 2, and it was exactly after 2 that those people left that house. That was when the army commander's number connected, that they called him and they started coming. That when the Fulani headers noticed that they were coming, they left. And mind you, those people, out of the anger they left that place with, they went to a compound, I think 2 houses away. They killed 2 people there, shot a pregnant woman in the leg, and went away with her. So you should understand the gravity of what I'm trying to explain here. So my people, I just looked at this woman and I'm like, God, I was cold. She just started saying, God, you are faithful. I just knelt down too and I said, God, thank you. God, thank you. She also prayed for me and anointed me. And I called my husband. He doesn't actually believe in these things at all. I told him, I said, this is what really happened right now. I saw so person, this woman, see what happened. I explained to him. He told me I want to see her. I said, really? He said, yes. She told me he should come because she needs to also pray for him and anoint him before the wedding, which is that same day if he can. He said yes. He told them in the hospital he was fine, that they should leave him alone. He needs to go. Okay, so that's how he came. And when he arrived, this woman prayed for him, and that was how we did our wedding. He came to that wedding ground with bandage. You won't even notice it, but he was feeling pains. He was, see, I don't know, but a lot of men would actually end this wedding. They will not continue. Okay, so that brings me back to the question I asked earlier. Now let me answer you. If my husband were to be my brother, the truth remains that I will tell him not to go ahead with the wedding. Truly, I'll tell him not to go ahead. I will tell him that there are signs everywhere for you not to do this wedding. That's just me. Okay, so what would have been your opinion? Please, whatever you think your opinion would be, drop it in the comment section. Okay, so guys, I just thought I should share this with you. Really, it was, I now laugh over this thing, but man, that period when this thing was happening, it was something else. It was traumatizing. It was, I don't know, God, I beg, I don't wish this for my enemy. Really, it's not a good experience at all. So, but I want to thank God at the end of the day. It is 4 years now, going to 5 years, and God has been faithful. Like really, God has really been faithful. So guys, yeah, I want to say thank you guys for listening, and please subscribe to the channel, comment, share, and help run the videos. And please drop in the comment, don't forget, drop in the comment and tell me what you would have done, or what advice you would have given to my husband if you were his brother, sister, or friend. Okay, and if you have any story, you can as well just drop it in the comment section. Okay, all right guys, so thank you guys for watching, and see you all in my next video. Thank you, bye bye.